You want to know why you're tired? You want to know why you're even contemplating giving up on your goals? Because you, my friend, have destination fatigue. I'm going to explain it, but I'm going to give you an opportunity first to like and subscribe this video and come back and we'll discuss. Destination fatigue. Let me tell you something. If somebody coined the phrase, tell them to call me. But this is what's in my spirit, okay? I was driving and got a super duper download. Now, I don't know if you take road trips, but one time, a couple of times, I've actually driven from the South, aka Georgia, to New York, where I'm from. Now, the GPS said it's supposed to take about 15 to maybe 14 to 16 hours. But when you factor in potty breaks, hungry, need to stretch, get gas, inclement weather, maybe a detour because of a particular construction site or route or all the above, time is added to it. And there's a couple of things that I don't care how great you plan, there's some things that come up that you're like, yeah, no. And the most annoying thing that can happen, and we see it in movies, is having a child or someone in the back, or maybe even someone calling your phone asking the following: are we there yet? How far are you? Nothing is more irritating than having someone continuously hover over the GPS to figure out how much longer. It's annoying. And when I was thinking about that, I was driving and I said, you know, I'm noticing now that I'm starting to drive different. It's extremely intriguing that once you start developing and strengthening yourself in one area, specifically spiritually, how it spills over to the rest of your life. I feel like prior to this journey, I was living so fast. I was missing lessons. I was missing key components, things that God was trying to get me to see. I was just missing it because I was steadily trying to move through one thing, trying to endorse things that God didn't want me to endure anymore, or trying to endure things in a way that God didn't want me to do it in that fashion. And I realized I needed to slow down. So when I started slowing down and creating daily habits that I felt will sustain a healthy lifestyle, because people want a healthy life and you're not even living healthy day to day. You want a healthy life, but your Monday through Friday looks crazy. And so I just I'm not the best mathematician, but I figured if my Mondays and my Thursdays and my all the way to Fridays look a certain way, then I'm bound to have a good week. And if my week 1, week 2, week 3 looks remotely like the same way I'm doing throughout the week, then I'm bound to have a good month. And if we got 12 months out of the year and I do at least 10, 11 of those consistently, and I leave some grace for me being a human, then I'm bound to have a good year. And you get my drift? Like, you continue to do something in smaller steps and you're bound to get a bigger reward. And so now that I've learned the slow down that I needed in my spirit and in my soul, I'm starting to see that transfer over to life. I don't do a whole bunch on my to-do list. You can have a nice day. I'm not a robot. I don't take batteries. No. So we're not doing the kingdom scroll of to-do lists. No, I'm going to make it breathable. It's amazing to me that you want your job tasks to be breathable, that you want your work chores to be breathable. But when it comes to you doing a to-do list, it's like, who don't like you? Oh, you made that to-do list. Why did you do that to yourself? And so the slow down has even drifted over and spilt over to how I drive. I've been noticing, like, oh, that's a beautiful home. Oh, look at that tree. Wow, look at the way it looks in the fall. Wow, look at the way it looks in the sun. And I've been noticing, like, time out, I'm appreciating more. I'm really enjoying the journey. And as soon as I said that in my mind, Holy Spirit was like, I was like, he was like, that's what I've been trying to get you to understand. Who wants to get in the car of life and just be so focused on the GPS that you didn't notice the beautiful scenery. You didn't notice that, oh, that's a new restaurant. Maybe we can pull over and try that and eat that and kind of get new experiences and do all the things. And hey, oh, you saw the baby, so cute, and kind of enjoy the journey in the way that speaks to you. Taking a nature walk, doing something that actually made it worthwhile of you coming past this particular portion of your life. Did you just skate through your 20s and your 30s and you're going to keep doing that? What did you learn about yourself? And that's what he was trying to get me to understand. He's like, listen, there are some people who are driving themselves through life and they don't even understand the indicators on the dashboard of their soul. You ask somebody, how long this light been on? And it's like, childhood. Like, no, that means that you need an oil change. Oh, but you didn't feel safe enough letting anyone come into the passenger side to look over to the dashboard to say, oh, you need some work. How long your tail light been out? People are so focused on getting there that they don't realize that they need to take care of the vehicle that's transporting them there. And God was like, the journey is twofold. I want you to learn yourself. I want you to learn what temperatures work for you. I want you to know what passengers to choose, be it partners, be it friendships, be it jobs, be it whatever. I want you to understand who should be in the rear of you, because whoever speaks behind you actually makes or breaks the journey. You ever had a backseat driver? Oh, why you didn't do that? How come you didn't do this? You didn't make that left. You could have made that right. How come and you like, listen, I don't want no backseat drivers, but you got backseat people in your life that you let call you and tell you and text you some stuff about your life. And so God is like, the journey, again, twofold. The first is know your capacity inwardly. The car that he allowed you to drive, the shell of the person that you are, do you understand the temperature that works for you? Have you paired with people that don't work well with that temperature or your temperament? Do you have people that have too much access to your ear that you need to say, hey, can you step out for a little bit? I want you to get out for a long time. You understand? And then once you master that part, because that part in itself is so much, because we'll cram people in like a clown car. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, you ask 4 people their advice before you make a decision? So you feel like you can't do nothing by yourself? I'm sorry, you let that person come in and cry and take up all your gas and stuff and do nothing? Yeah, that's the first portion of the journey. Your transportation, your temperament, the people that you journey with, it means a lot. And sometimes you are trying to force miles per hour on a vehicle that it's like you weren't made for that. Yeah, you cannot drive 120 miles per hour without running into something that's going to cost you. Wear and tear on the car. You're probably going to get a ticket, rebuke that in the name of Jesus, and you're going to do something to this particular shell, this transportational device before you get there. The second is enjoying as you're going. You've never been in this life before. You've never been where you're going to be in a year from now. And you mean to tell me every year is starting just to look like the same year? Your birthday is just a day, Monday is always the same. It's like, and you don't want to experience anything that makes you go, you know what, even if it wasn't something that you enjoyed, at least you learned a new part of yourself, like, oh, I don't like calamari, but that particular scenery, I love the way that the ambiance of the restaurant and the people that were there, it was good company, but I didn't like that calamari. So note to self, company means a lot to me. I'm not too big on the food, so I'll probably just go with something safe, but I need good company. So you ever try to eat something with someone and you were like, I want them to go home. I don't care if you're paying, I want you to go home. You understand? The destiny is going to happen. You don't have to be so destiny focused that you just ignore everything else that God is trying to get you to experience. Because the one thing that I've seen is the more that you enjoy something, the better it is. It's almost like I think that the rule should be, and that the goal should be for all people, that when you get to another year of your life, you can look back and say, you know what? I wouldn't change anything, and I would do that again. That is, to me, the litmus test that you were living with intention. Intention. Because if not, you'll realize you've been going around this mountain for how many years? Because you didn't apply the lesson. Not only did you not apply the lesson, you probably didn't even acknowledge that something was being taught to you. Not even that you didn't acknowledge that something was being taught to you. Do you realize that you're in school even right now in life? Destination fatigue. That when you get there, you're too tired to enjoy it anyway. That when you get there, you realize that the feeling that you thought you were going to get, you didn't get it. Now you got the house. Now you got that particular how much you want to make per year. Now you got the title, husband, fiance, whatever. Now you got the kid. Now you got the thing. And you like, that didn't give me what I thought it was going to give me, because the emotional capacity and the experiences were embedded in the journey. In the journey. So I have come to you today to reroute, recalculating, so that you can start living. Because he showed me that's not living. That's not living to put your GPS on and put your blinders on and it's nothing. You don't get to help nobody like that. You don't get to experience new things like that. You don't get to learn yourself like that. You don't get to do anything but just be. If God wanted you to be a robot, you would come with the batteries included. But you're not. You're built for relationship. You're built for evolving. You're built for growth. You're built for seasons. That's why you're on earth. Okay? Take of it what you will, but at least do something that your weeks and your days and your months and your years, they all just don't look like the same thing. Like, dang, you still the same person after 5 years, huh? You still think the same way after 3 years? And if you came out of a tumultuous situation or a trying season and it didn't shift your perspective for the better, chances are you didn't learn what he wanted you to learn. And how do you enjoy this journey called life? Just apply the experiences that he wants you to apply to yourself and to others, and have a relationship with him so much that it's like you really are a kid all over again. You ever check your mail, got an unexpected check and was like, yay, thanks God? Or I went to the store today, was looking for something in particular, thought they were sold out, found it. Like, you know how people try to tuck it because they don't want nobody else to buy it? I found it and was like, yay! So I had a great day today. You understand? Enjoy the journey. The YouTube thing. The like, subscribe. Because you got to do it. Because that's what the people said. I'm just telling you what they told me, okay? But you go ahead and do that. Because I want this word and this journey to help others. I really do. It is a passion of mine to see people go, oh, man, I'm so glad you said something. Because I'm being brave. But anyway, we'll go ahead and talk next video. You know I have one out every week, every Thursday, okay? Later.